What is going on, my beautiful people? Welcome to yet again another episode of the Pivot Mindset Podcast. My name is Justin. I am your host, and let's get into this episode. Listen, we're going to switch things up a bit. So before we do that, let me do some housekeeping. Want to first honor everybody who continues to listen to this podcast. We don't give your support, we don't take it lightly. So thank you for continuing to rock with us. Thank you for continuing to listen and be loyal. If you haven't done so yet, we please ask that you would give this podcast a rating and review. Please give it a thumbs up wherever you are listening. If you listen to Apple, on Spotify, on Google, if you're a part of the YouTube gang, shout out to you. Please just give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening to it, as well as share this with a friend. If this podcast is blessing you, if it's encouraging you, if it's strengthening you, I just ask that you share this podcast with a friend. So that way we can continue to grow this community and that we can continue to impact and bless other people. All right, so we've got a special treat today. So we're going to be mixing things up a bit in this episode. So I do some of my best thinking, and some of you may be similar to me. I do some of my best thinking while I'm in the car. And in this episode, we're actually going to switch it up a little bit. So I'm going to take you on a ride. We're just going to be part of maybe like a car chronicle series that we do. But in this episode, I'm going to be talking specifically to entrepreneurs and people that are on an entrepreneurial journey or on a journey to pull everything that's on the inside of them out of them. And so no matter where you are in life, I believe that this episode will be encouraging to you. And so we're going to skip along to it in 1 second, but I just wanted to let you guys know that what it is to have not just belief, but entrepreneurial belief. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurial belief. Last episode, we talked about how belief is so important, how you need more belief than you need than so many other things in life. But in this episode, I want to talk about what it is to have entrepreneurial belief, because it's belief, but it's on a whole different level. It's a whole level of magnitude, right? And so thank you again. And remember here, this community, we're all about taking life's pivots. And so don't for 1 second think that you too cannot make the pivot that you need to make in your life, because we here believe that life is all about the pivots, and those who decide to make the pivots decide to become successful. All right, I'll see you in the car. Peace.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I mixing it up a little bit, taking rides in the car. I've realized that I have my best thinking. I do my best thinking when I'm in the car, and really my goal is to be able to help and provide more value to other people. So why not document when I feel like I do my best thinking, right? But as I woke up this morning, I realized how much belief having a business takes, how much belief you need to get beyond your personal limitations to really tap into what you know you're capable of building, the kind of business that you know you're capable of starting, creating, growing. And I wish I could say that every day was a good day. I wish I could say that every moment that you would have would be moments that would give you that glimpse that you're a step closer. But sometimes you have moments where you don't know if your business is going to survive. Sometimes you have moments where you're not sure if you're going to be able to last another week, another 2 weeks, if you're going to be able to meet payroll. Like, that's just the reality of it. It's not ideal scenario. It's not the ideal situation, but sometimes that's what exists. And what I realized, which makes entrepreneurs crazy, like what makes entrepreneurs so crazy, is that they have the ability to be in the midst of the battle. They've got the ability to be on the front line, not sure if they're going to make it another week. And they can do that and not flinch, right? Like, they could be in that space, but not flinch. What it is to literally have a day left before you got to meet payroll, and you have the focus to keep your head down and pull that deal across the finish line so that you can finally meet payroll, right? Like, entrepreneurship isn't fancy, man. Like, it's challenging because I talk to so many entrepreneurs and they want to build $100,000 a month businesses in 6 weeks. And I wish I could say that that's what this was about, but this is really about the minute that you think you've got value to provide to the marketplace is the minute that you got to go and pick up your own cross. I mean, it's the minute that you got to go and eat dirt for a little while, right? So I talk to so many people, man, they leave their 6-figure jobs and they jump into entrepreneurship and they realize that they're not going to be making 6 figures. right? Or even if you're a business, if you go from a 6-figure income at a job to a 6-figure business, that 6-figure business won't pay you 6 figures because you got taxes now you got to worry about. You got overhead, you got employee spend, you got marketing spend. You've got to be able to put money aside for a rainy day within your business, right? So it's not all glitz and glamour. It's not all glitz and glamour. And some days are much easier than others. And you know, it's one of the hardest parts about growing a business or running a business, because you gotta really believe in yourself like you believe in God. You know, I believe in God to the point that I've given my life to Christ, right? That I have dedicated all of my being to being who God has called me to be. But I also got to believe in myself like I also believe in God, right? I've got faith in God to do anything but fail me. I've got faith that God will not leave me nor forsake me. I've got faith that God will allow my steps to be ordered, and that He will allow me to be the head and not the tail, right? And that I will be above and not beneath. I got faith for that. But do I have faith when I'm talking to a customer, knowing that I can help them, that I really got faith that I can help take them to the next level? Do I have faith that my product or service is so good that people will be crazy to not take me up on my offer? Do I have faith that every single day that I wake up, that there's nothing that I can't do, that there's no problem that I can't solve, that there's no question that I can't answer, and there's no big headache that I cannot alleviate? Right? Like, you got to believe in yourself like you believe in God. You got to have ice in your veins as an entrepreneur. You got to be someone that's willing to get up every single day and put your head to the plow, put your head down. And it's such a reality, man. And that's why I think too, you know, entrepreneurship can be a lonely journey, because it's not everybody understands it. Not everybody gets it. Not everybody is in your position. You know, not everybody has to work on weekends, not because they desire to, but because they know they got to, right? Because they know they got to do that next thing to get ahead. You know, when you're running a business, it is, when you're running a business, to stay even, right? So if my business did $10,000 last week and it doesn't do $11,000 this week, it's literally dying. If my business does $10,000 last week and it does $10,000 this week, it's still dying. You have to always be growing as a business. And there's storms and there's ebbs and flows within business. Just like seasons of life, you've got high times in your business. You've got summer. You've got when it's hot out and when everybody is out and when everybody's bright and vibrant and people are rocking with your service or your product, or you have your biggest week or your biggest month. You'll have that in business. But you'll have moments in business where you're not sure where the next dollar is going to come from. You're not sure how you're going to meet payroll. You have moments in business where you're not sure what that next step forward looks like. You're not sure if you're even really doing the right thing, right? Or if there's something else that you should be doing. You have those moments. And the best thing that I can encourage anybody that ever has those moments is to remember their why. And remember that sometimes you won't always feel it, but you got to have still belief that you can accomplish it. Sometimes you won't always feel that you can do the thing that you know that you desire to do. But sometimes you don't need to feel it. You don't need to feel it. I'm just telling you now, as an entrepreneur, you do not need to feel it. All you need to do is believe it and go forward. Belief is not feeling. I can believe in something but not feel that it's going to come to pass sooner than later, right? I can have belief in something and not be sure if it's going to really materialize itself. And so instead of feeling that I'm trying to attain and what it is to feel good today and what it is to be excited to move my business forward today, I'm just going to have belief that no matter what I feel, that I'm still going to be able to move my business forward. That's where my belief lies. No matter what kind of responses I get, no matter what kind of attention I get, no matter what kind of feedback, no matter how much revenue my business pulls in this week, I've got belief that my business is going to be the thing that takes people to the next level, and it changes my life and it changes the lives of everybody that's connected with me. That's where my belief has got to lie. How about yours? Where is your belief at? Where does your belief lie in your ability to get it done in your business? Where do your belief lie in the ability to make things happen, not just for yourself, not selfishly, but also for your community? Because the truth is, people are relying on you. People are relying on us every single day to show up and be what God has called us to be. You would not be here on earth if you didn't have a purpose. And your purpose exists to help other people, no matter what capacity that looks like. You may be helping people on a small scale right now, but I promise you that if you be grateful over the little things in your life, God will make you ruler over a lot of things in your life. If you be grateful for the small things, God will make you ruler over many. And so be grateful for the moment that you're in. Be grateful for the time that you're in. Don't always be focused on that next thing that you forget to embrace the moment, that you neglect the things you're supposed to get in the low times. Because I'll tell you that I learned the most of my life from my valley experiences. I learned way more from the valley than I did on the mountaintop. And I've just come to grips that I'd rather be found dead on the side of the mountain or waving my hand at the top of the mountain than to be at base camp looking up and looking at all the other people that have decided to climb the mountain. I've just made that decision in my life that I will not live a mediocre life. I will not live a life watching other people scale their mountains, watching other people become the best version of themselves without me giving it a shot, without me seeing what all I've got on the inside of me. It's really not about the money. It's about, for me, maximizing the potential. It's about me really fully embracing all that I've got, because I have no doubt that I don't even know, right? I don't even know what I am. God knows what I am, but all of what I am is continuing to unfold as I get obsessed with the journey that God has given me, not with the destination. The journey that God has given me is a remarkable journey, and I've got faith that my journey is better than anybody else's journey because it's mine, and it's dedicated, and it's unique and distinct for me. Man. So, yeah, I just pulled up to the coffee shop. I'm going to be working out of the coffee shop today. And, one of the other pieces too, from a mindset perspective, is don't be afraid to put yourself in new environments. I work out of my house pretty much Monday through Friday. And sometimes I have to get outside because those walls can close in on me. And, I need to see people moving around. I need to see people laughing in my environment. I need to hear people talking in my environment. I need to see cars moving. I need to see sometimes just the world shaking, the world moving. Because sometimes you can get closed off in your office or creating or building the thing you're trying to build. So yeah, that's where we're at, baby. Like I said, I took you guys on a ride with me, and I'm not just taking you on a ride with me physically, but I really want to take you on a ride with me business-wise, entrepreneur-wise. What it is to create a business and grow a business, and not just the high times, but the low times. I'll be honest, this has been a pretty tough week, not because I'm not doing what I want to do. It's a tough week because I am doing what I want to do, and it doesn't always feel good. And you often have to make sacrifices. Sometimes, let me know if this is you. Sometimes you'll do all the things and not even sure if it's worth it, right? You'll count up all the costs sometimes, and you'll look and say, man, like, is this even worth it, right? Like all the headache, all the stress, all the pain, etc. that you go through, it's like, dang, you'll look at your bank account like, man, is this even worth it? Or you'll look at your calendar and you'll look at how busy it is, and you'll be like, man, is this even worth it? You'll look at the vacations that other people are taking, who work 9 to 5s or who live mediocre lives, right? You'll look at those people and their vacations and their flexibility or whatever, and them getting their weekends off and them getting their evenings off. You'll be like, is this even worth it? Right? Know that what you're building is custom made. Know that what you're building is specially for you, and that it won't come by express. You won't get what you're trying to get in the fast lane. What you are trying to build is something significant. It's something that's going to last for generations. It's something that's going to be a part of you stamping your legacy in this earth. And sometimes you got to just put blinders on and not be so mindful of the people that are zooming past you, because just because it's fast don't mean that it's faith, right? And just because what you're doing is slow, doesn't mean that it's Satan, all right? Know that God's got you in the palm of his hand, and that he birthed the business that's on the inside of you. Not that it would slow you down or hinder you or stress you out, but that it would push you and press you in a way that it would expand your capacity, that it would expand your ability to develop yourself, that it would expand your horizon for success, that it would expand your ability to truly tap into your potential. All right, let's be the best versions of ourselves today. Let's get after it. Let's get it. And hope you all have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.